Guys, what is up? This is Eddie and Eddie, and welcome to another new video on the channel. And we're doing, I believe, our second episode of, who to sign, basically. So we're going to do Liverpool at the moment, and I'm going to tell you guys the players you guys should potentially sell and look to potentially bring in. I think would help the Liverpool squad, and also trying to keep it as realistic as possible. If you guys do happen to enjoy this video, please make sure to drop it a like, and if any of you guys are new around here, please do consider subscribing if you guys enjoy this video. But yeah, let's get into it. I've already added a few players on the transfers and the loan list, just take guys. I was just saying Adrian because you've already got Karius and Kelleher, and you got Allison. Maybe look to bring in potentially a backup goalkeeper, but we'll get through some of those suggestions very shortly. We got Tom Clayton, who's 20, 50% rated, can't really see it. But I've loaned out quite a few players, and one thing that I'm happy that EA have done this year, which I've noticed, because I do a lot of career modes on the channel, is that they do actually grow if you send them out to clubs they're most likely to get game time. Let's say you send Dion Backtrats, like for example, like a Leeds United. He's not going to get played there, is he? But, if you send him out to like a League 1 club or a League 2 club, he will get game time, and he will, develop quite high in overall. I think that is my main suggestion. There's a few other players you can be looking to sell, Origi, Mimiano, a few other players, but enough from me. Let's get into the bit where you guys are all here, and let's go and add on some players on to the shortlist. So people, here we are. I've added down quite a few players. First, we added down 3 goalkeepers. We've gone with Stefan Ortega from BioFire, which I think I recommended a backup goalkeeper, in my opinion, because that's what Liverpool potentially need as well, because Keller's obviously not high enough rated. Karius, you could potentially use as a backup goalkeeper, but like I say, he's still not high enough. I think 78 would be a good rating for a backup goalkeeper to rotate with Allison, maybe in the odd cup game, the Europa League game. Next one is Burke, who's been told he's now surplus to requirements at Dortmund after having played like Kobel and Hitz, having the breakout season. Looks like the trio of Swiss keepers could be gone at Dortmund potentially in January. And I feel like bringing Burke into the Premier League, bringing to Liverpool an 80 rated keeper would definitely do a job. Alex never gets injured, maybe for a few games in the Premier League or even the Europa League Cup, Champions League, wherever you are or wherever you finish with Liverpool. Next one is Alban Lafont from Nats, who is a good young goalkeeper. This guy probably in like FIFA 17, FIFA 18 was probably one of the most brought goalkeepers in the game. He had such a high potential, and he's kind of living up to that. 22, 78 rated, doing very well in the French league, and I do think he'd be a brilliant keeper you could potentially buy and grow. He's got some good traits as well in leadership, rushes out of goal, and cautious with crosses. Next player is, we all know the memes with Liverpool and Southampton. I feel like Mohamed Salisu would be a brilliant player to bring into Liverpool. He's got decent pace, strength, very tall, left-footed as well, a left-footed centre-back. Very good stand tackle and slide tackle and defending awareness stats. I definitely do think he would generally be, maybe not perfect, but a very good choice to go at centre back. I think this would be a good transfer if you guys are going to go for this. Next one is Ibrahim Sangria, who move on to CDM department as a potential backup if you do sell Henderson or Fabinho. He's a good CDM. This guy at 23, playing well for PSV, 17.5 million. He's valued at release clause of 28 million. Very well rounded, literally in every single stat. It's either green or yellow. Not many below that. The almost below that 8 penalties, but you wouldn't expect. Power free kick trait, always very handy as well, and can play centre mid, and his weekly wages are very cheap as well. Next we're going to move on to is Ajax centre midfielder Edson Alvarez. He can convert into a centre back as well. 23 years of age, 17.5 million. Another one that is definitely cheaper on the wages. A proper CDM, not really much of a centre mid, definitely a CDM. I wouldn't even play him centre back, to ask you. I think I would keep him at the CDM. Unless you go 3 at the back, I feel like he could sit at 3 at the back formation. Next player is another Southampton player, Ibrahim Diallo, the centre midfielder, French, 22 years of age, 73 rated. Another one that's definitely got some decent stats on him. Medium high work rates, 3-star, 3-star, 5'10", could be a brilliant player to potentially bring in. Playing a lot more games now for Southampton in real life. And with the obviously, Southampton buying, Southampton selling all their players to Liverpool, this could be an interesting transfer. Next one is Rafinha. This guy's been heavily linked to Liverpool for a few seasons now. I'm not sure about how much of a first teamer he will be though, because you've got Salah, you've got Mane, but you could play Salah as a centre forward or Mane as centre forward, but Rafinha is a fantastic player. Nice to give him a face scan as well this year. Standing up 4-star, 4-star, 5'10", left-footed, high, very quick, agility brilliant, stamina very good for a winger. Ball control, shot power, all very good. Flair, long shot taker, speed dribbler, playmaker, and technical dribbler, all very good stats for the Brazil right mid. And with our Leeds doing in real life, Rafinha will potentially be sold next season because he's a fantastic player. Should arguably be playing in a high Europa League team or even a Champions League team. Next player we're going to go on to is Jude Bellingham, the former Birmingham City midfielder and the current Dortmund midfielder. Good player, Jude Bellingham. Can play centre mid, left mid, and even CDM. And I only think he's the perfect fit for Liverpool. You know, I feel like he's one of the main midfielders you should go for. Being linked towards Liverpool's, apparently, one of Bellingham's favourite players was Steven Gerrard. You know, when he was at Liverpool, but I imagine things probably changed him going to the Villa. You know, but yeah, good player, Jude Bellingham. Very good, 4-star, 4-star. One of England's probably their best potential youngster at the moment in Jude Bellingham. You know, he looks insane, doing very well for Dortmund. Next player we're going to do is another Dortmund midfielder, Dahoud. It's a bit of a difficult one, Dahoud. I felt like I had him on because he's had received interest in Liverpool a few years ago when he was at Mönchengladbach. I'm not too sure much now, but he's definitely doing well at Dortmund. I've heard from a few Dortmund fans. Centre mid, 20 years of age, 4-star, 4-star, 5'10". Another decent car, agility and balance, very high at 87, stamina 90. Definitely that workhorse in the midfield, but more of a centre mid rather than a CDM or a cam. I feel like he'll slot in nicely against someone. Basically, a bit similar to Naby Keita, probably. Next player is Neuhaus. This guy's been heavily linked towards Jurgen Klopp. The German connection. I mean, Jurgen Klopp has praised this guy on countless occasions. And he's with the future of Germany's midfielder, 24, 81 rated. Another brilliant player, 6'1", 3-star, 4-star, medium. And obviously with development plans, you guys grow that to medium-high or high-medium. I'd probably play this guy as a bit more of a defensive midfielder rather than a attacking midfielder or generally just a centre mid, to be honest with you. But I'd probably play more of a deeper midfielder, to be honest with you. Next one is Pedro Goncalves, who is one of the Portuguese hot prospects at the moment. He's been absolutely fantastic for Sporting Lisbon at 23, 81 rated, 4-star, 4-star. More of a technical winger rather than, you know, that quick, pacey sort of winger. Valued at a lot of money though. Got some good traits on with the finesse shot, the flair, the long shot taker, the playmaker, and the technical dribbler trait. Next player is Lautaro Martinez. This guy has been heavily linked towards Premier League clubs. Spurs, Arsenal, Manchester United. But not Liverpool. I don't think he's been linked to Liverpool. There's probably some rumours somewhere he's been linked to Liverpool. But the only reason this on, Liverpool don't actually have a striker. You know, they've only got Origi. Like, Firmino's like a bit more of that creative, you know, striker in that centre-forward role. He's fantastic. Lautaro Martinez been fantastic that season when he was playing with Lukaku with Inter Milan. Apparently, Inter Milan needs to raise some funds as well to help out with money. I think Lautaro Martinez could generally be the perfect buy. Next player is Angel Correa. I think this one would be more of a better buy just because of his versatility as well. Striker and right mid. I do feel like you definitely do need a right midfielder at Liverpool. Another one, because you've only got Salah, and then you got Mimiano, who's at 26, 75 rated. Decent for more squad depth, but not high enough rated. I feel like Angel Correa could be perfect as a striker or as a right mid. We got a few more players going to now. The final two. Gonzalo Guedes from Valencia. Valencia not doing well at all real life, but this man is definitely probably one of their standout players. 4-star, 4-star, high-low. This guy I would play on the left mid, but however Liverpool do have already quite a few good left midfielders or some good wingers as well at their club. But I would highly suggest this guy, to be honest with you. You could play centre forward as well. Could be the replacement for Roberto Firmino. So I would maybe consider playing him there. And the final player we want to do is a bit more of a youngster, Akrof. I'm not pronouncing his name, but the Switzerland striker, very good young talent. Valued at 4.6 million. Definitely a player you could develop and nurture. If you don't even like him or don't want to use him, you can sell him on and get some good Muller. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys found it useful, please make sure to drop a like on it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. Take care, people. Speak to you soon. See ya.